Plantain is one of my favorite herbs, but sometimes when I tell people I use plantain, they get a little confused. Did you know that there are two different kinds of plantain? There's a plantain fruit and a plantain herb. Today, I'm going to share with you some amazing benefits and also differences of both types of plantain. So next time I say I use plantain in my skin salve or for a bug bite, you'll understand what one I'm talking about and why. So the first plantain we're going to start with is the fruit, and it is of the banana variety. It's a staple food in most tropical areas. It's more starchy than a dessert banana, and it's typically not eaten raw. You want to cook or boil it. Because they have the most starch before they're ripened, they are usually cooked green and either boiled or fried in savory dishes. Plantains can even be dried and grinded up into meal or even flour to use in baking. So if you're in a place that has a lot of plantains, keep that in mind as a good flour substitute. Plantain bananas are typically found in Asia, India, Egypt, and tropical America and Africa. In East Africa, like Uganda and Tanzania, plantains are actually used to make beer. So the plant that the plantain fruit grows on is gigantic. Most varieties are 10 to 33 feet tall and have a conical false trunk formed by the leaf sheaths of long spirally arranged leaves. The fruit, which is green to brown yellow, is typically larger than the common banana and is borne in bunches. Plantain the fruit has a lot of great benefits, just like plantain the herb. So the fruit, they're a good source of protein, high in fiber, so they're good for the digestive system. They're high in antioxidants, contains your daily amount of recommended vitamin C in 1 cup of plantain. The carbohydrates in plantain are actually better for you because they are complex carbohydrates and not simple. Therefore, the carbs from the fiber and starch in plantains can actually help you lose weight because they leave you feeling fuller and more satisfied for longer after a meal, which can mean less snacking on unhealthy foods. It has a lot of potassium, which is good for your heart and could lower cholesterol. They're versatile, like a potato, and make a good side dish or used in recipes like plantain pancakes. Now, we're going to talk about plantain the herb, the one that I most likely am referring to if you hear me say plantain on most of my videos or posts. So plantain the herb is often considered a common garden weed. You know how you go out in your yard and you're like, oh, look at all these weeds I have. You have so much golden opportunities there that is not really full of weeds. It's full of herbs. It's full of food. It's full of medicine. So plantain is one of the biggest ones that is found in pretty much every area in the United States. Give or take a few of the really hot climates, maybe. It's just so much more than a weed. It's got health benefits such as improved digestion, enhanced wound healing, and it helps lower inflammation. Plantain can tend to be an invasive herb, and it could even be found in cracks in the sidewalk, parks, everywhere that people play, because actually, weirdly enough, it actually thrives where it's getting trampled down and beat on. Maybe we could take a lesson from plantain. Anyway, there are several types of plantain, but the two main categories are broadleaf and narrowleaf. And in those, you could have a variety of different broadleafs and different narrowleafs. The leaves are edible and can be used in salads. Plantain helps promote wound healing by reducing inflammation, blocking microbial growth, and relieving pain. It is one of the herbs I use in my skin salve for this reason. Want to learn more about how I make my salves? Check out this video for more. And if you are interested in trying the salve, the link is down below. Plantain is good for the digestive tract and is high in fiber. Here's a really cool fun fact. Psyllium husk, you know, the stuff that you get from the store for fiber, the stuff that's in Metamucil, actually comes from the seed of plantain. believe it or not. Psyllium is used in many fiber supplements. Plantain leaves may also slow the movement of your digestive tract, which may promote bowel regularity and help with diarrhea. Narrow leaf have been found in promoting healing of stomach ulcers. Plantain may help reduce inflammation because it contains certain compounds like flavonoids, glycosides, and tannins. Studies have shown that plantain has decreased inflammation and reduced liver enzymes to protect against liver damage. Plantago major is the botanical name. It's native to Europe and northern and central Asia, but is wildly naturalized around the world. It's a herbaceous perennial plant with rosette leaves of 6 to 12 inches in diameter. It has oval-shaped leaves or long, narrow leaves, depending on broadleaf or narrowleaf. The flowers are small, greenish-brown with purple stamens. Each plant can actually produce up to 20,000 seeds, which are very small and oval-shaped with a bitter taste. And that's one of the reasons why it's so invasive, because the seeds are so small and there's so many of them that it spreads everywhere, kind of like dandelion. I prefer this invasiveness because this is awesome stuff. The younger leaves are more tender and can be eaten raw. The older leaves are stringier and more fibrous, and they do better in soups and stews if you're going to eat them. The leaves contain calcium and other minerals, and 100 grams, that's about 3.5 ounces, of plantain contain approximately the same amount of beta-carotene as 1 carrot. The tiny seeds, which are tedious to gather, can be ground into flour as a flour substitute or an extender. So again, we've got another flour substitute. The leaves are used for wounds, sores, or insect bites. The root can be used for fever and respiratory ailments. Contains antioxidants, vitamin C, beta-carotene, and minerals such as calcium and potassium. So while the plantain fruit and herb are not related, they actually have a few things in common. Are you seeing some similarities there? We can make flour out of both of them in different ways. The plantain herb, it would be the seeds. The plantain fruit, it's the actual fruit itself once it's dried. They're both good for the digestive system, and they both have good amounts of vitamin C in them and potassium in them. So I just find it kind of cool to compare the two, but I also just wanted to explain what the difference is. The fruit is absolutely awesome. It's great to cook with. It's great to eat, but so is the herb. Don't discount herbs. If you are liking this information and you want to learn more about herbs or different foods we have, drop it in the comments. Let me know if there's a certain one you want to know about. Don't forget to subscribe and like to my channel, and you'll get more videos like this. Tell me in the comments if you have ever tried plantain the fruit or plantain the herb, and what is your favorite way to use it. I'll talk to y'all later. You have a blessed day.